We back again with another one, family. Buddha Gang in the building, man. Hey, they say Kanye West just revealed why Gucci Man is a clone. So we finna check this video out, man, see what's going on. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get right into it.
They said Gucci Mane isn't really Gucci Mane. That's Hobson. They gave him plastic surgery to become Gucci Mane. And now they saying Damar Hamlin isn't Damar Hamlin. And if you ever watched the TV show The Boys, you know about Noir. You know how Noir died, but they had somebody else come back to play him. That's crazy.
Get in here, get in here. So it looks like those rumors about Gucci Mane being cloned might be true after all, because Kanye West just stepped into the chat to reveal the details behind the cloning. And it is the craziest thing you'll hear today. It turns out the real Gucci Mane died years ago in jail, and his wife, Keisha, is just a handler who's getting paid to keep his...
Hold on. Hold on. I ain't never heard of Gucci dying in jail, bro. I don't know about that. Let's see.
His clone in check. No wonder she's out here controlling his social media and shoving hard substances down his throat. Gucci's ex-girlfriend, Mac Breezy, and even Nicki Minaj tried to warn us about this, but everyone brushed them off, claiming they were crazy. Okay, so this entire mess with Gucci being cloned actually dates back to 2013, when he had his infamous Twitter meltdown. This man was mad at everyone but the plug that was supplying him with the substances he was taking. He came for Yo Gotti, Nicki Minaj, Walt Flocka, T.I., Angela Yee, Rocky, French Montana, Tyga, Birdman, and Black China.
All right. Now, I will say this. Before Gucci did go out at all them, it was stuff happening for a while where Gucci wasn't saying nothing and he was just keeping his mouth shut. And then Gucci got on Twitter and he just went off and talked about a lot and exposed everything. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a lot of stuff Gucci was tweeting was true. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Nobody was safe from this man's crash out. He kicked Waka out of the Brick Squad because he felt Waka was being disloyal to him. He claimed he ran a train on Nicki and Angela AG, and he accused Yo Gotti of being fake and copying him. The list just goes on and on. Not too long after this mess.
And now I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say Yo Gotti copied Gucci, but at the same time, when Yo Gotti did come around Gucci, it's like he was around him so much, started moving like him and started liking him so much slow that, you know, he had Keisha too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it happened like that, man. That's why, you know, sometimes you got to be careful who you help because you might be helping the enemy. You know what I'm saying? You thinking you doing something good, you around here helping your enemy. And eventually, I said, they gonna show you y'all was never that cool. But you thought y'all was that cool. That's how it be, man.
He was arrested, and that's when the clone allegations started rolling in. He was arrested in Atlanta after police received multiple calls that he was acting erratically and threatening folks in traffic. When the police pulled up to arrest him, he charged at them too, but they still managed to arrest him. That's when they discovered that he had some hard substances and a firearm. But this wasn't his first run-in with the law, but this was the one that finally got him put in prison. In fact, before this incident, he had already been arrested for hitting a man on the head with a champagne bottle in an Atlanta nightclub. So when he was sent to court, it was—
Hey, Gucci definitely hit Buddy in the head with that champagne bottle. No lie.
It was clear that he was a repeat offender who needed to spend some time in prison to learn his lesson. He was sentenced to 3 years and 3 months, but only ended up serving 2 years because of credit and good behavior. It was during his time in jail that he decided to get his life together. At least that's what they told us. As to whether that's really the truth or not, that's a whole different story. You see, while Gucci was in prison, he turned his life around and even admitted that the reason he was acting out was because he was always high on lean. Woke up the other day out of this hospital bed, and I'm so embarrassed and ashamed of my behavior that was brought to my attention. I just want to man up right now and take this time to apologize to my family, friends, the industry, and most of all my fans. I'm sorry. I've been drinking lean for 10 plus years, and I must admit it has destroyed me. I want to be the first rapper to admit it. I'm addicted to lean, and that stuff ain't no joke. I can barely remember all the things I've done and said. However, there's no excuse. I'm currently incarcerated, but I will be going to rehab because I need help. I want to thank everyone who has stood by me during this difficult time. Please keep me in your prayers. By the time he came out, he had quit taking all those substances, detoxed, and
I ain't gonna lie, if you sit up here and you look at these two pictures right here, it definitely look like they cloned Gucci. They're like, come on, man. Like, oh no, man. I know Gucci was in jail for a while, man, but oh no, he just came out a little too different from me. You feel me?
even started working out. He looked and sounded like a whole different person. And this is where those clone allegations came from. People said Gucci had actually been unalived in prison and that the person who was released was just a replacement that the government used to cover it up. These allegations got worse when he married Keisha after getting out. Keisha literally took over this man's life. She controls his social media to this day and is in charge of making sure he takes his drugs. The whole thing was giving very much handler, and people were quick to notice it. In fact, recently when Nicki Minaj went off on Keisha for bringing her up in her Breakfast Club interview, she fueled those allegations, claiming that Keisha is only in Gucci's life to keep him drugged up and spend his money. Gucci wife has been trying to be me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. But as I said, these rumors were a thing long before Nicki, but hearing her of all people also hint at him being cloned and controlled definitely brought the rumors back to life. A year ago, his ex Mac.
And I mean, Nicki been in the industry. Sometimes these industry people slip up and they say things they probably shouldn't say. But if she say Gucci a clone and she was a real Gucci, I don't know, man. I might have to take her word for it.
Breeze made some wild allegations about Gucci being unalived in prison and his body getting cloned. She said she saw him after he had come back from prison, and she could tell that he wasn't the same person he was before going in there. Something was seriously off about him, and every time she tried speaking to him, Keisha got very protective. It was almost like Keisha didn't want Mac to speak to Gucci for too long, else she was going to clock that the person she was talking to wasn't him.
Cause girl, you don't even know the real Gucci. Y'all think y'all know the real Gucci. Y'all don't know the real Gucci. That nigga parading around out here, that ain't the real Gucci, man. That's not him. I don't know what the fuck, honestly. Like, last time I seen Gucci was at Patchwork Studio in 2010. Cold Blooded was there. Was Mojo there? Yeah, I think Mojo, Cold Blooded. Like, that's the last time I saw Gucci in the flesh, but even that was.
And after Nicki made those allegations about Keisha being Gucci's handler, Mac came out again to double down on everything she already said. This time, she made a whole song demanding the real Gucci's body to be released. She said something wasn't right about him, and that Keisha knew way more than she was letting on.
Yeah, free Gucci. You thinking what I'm thinking? Man, some ain't right. Gucci, is you in there? It's so blank, right?
Gucci actually ended up addressing the clone allegations, but that was still not enough for people to stop side-eyeing him. In a way, I feel like I grew. I kind of morphed into a different person, shedding some of my old ways. I can say I grew up. I love the person I was. I love the person I am, and I love the person I grew to be. I tried to lose weight. I tried to take care of myself, change my thinking, my environment, and the ones that weren't benefiting me. Guess that's the transformation everybody's saying they can't believe. But I can believe it. And just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Kanye West also came out and hinted at Gucci being a clone. Kanye has made a lot of wild allegations about people getting cloned before, but the reason people took him seriously this time around was because of the timing of his allegations. If y'all remember, people even thought Kanye himself was a clone at some point. Folks believe that even though the industry didn't succeed in cloning him, they definitely came close, and that's why he knows Gucci has been cloned. And let's not forget the time the rapper Hopsin literally admitted on IG Live that some industry elites forced him into being Gucci's clone, or else they were going to literally harm his family. At the time, people thought he was just playing into the joke hit with everything Kanye is saying now and all the inconsistencies in Gucci's rebrand since he came out of prison.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Hell no, I don't believe that. Hopsin ain't never been hot enough to even be cloned to be Gucci. So nah, I don't believe that one right there. But I'm gonna have to call Cap on that, whether he said it or not. That man was just weird and I ain't know what the hell he was talking about. I don't believe that at all.
It's beginning to look like Hobson was spilling some real tea.
I've been personally playing for about 8 years now. It started around around Illmind 5 when that came out, because the song was so big, and then they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there, and this is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family. And it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors, and it had a Gucci suit, a Gucci bodysuit. And I said, "Oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is." They said, "Yeah."
As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said, "We don't even see his eyes anymore. He had a particular color of brown to his eyes. They make him wear shades all the time now." Another person said, "I remember, that's not him and we all know it. Something is definitely off and it's hard to ignore. If he's not a clone, then maybe it's the medication or he got laced or something, but something is definitely off." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Kanye exposing the clone mess? And do you really think Gucci was taken out and
And I ain't gonna lie. Deb said, Waka Mama Deb, the other day, she came out and said, when Gucci was on the Breakfast Club, he ain't look right. Yeah, he could have been cloned and he looked like he was drugged up and this and that. Hey, like I said, man, they was around Gucci, so maybe they would know and have a better insight. I don't know. But I do miss the old Gucci because I need that old music back. So whatever he need, if it's the lean, give it to him. If it is, whatever he need, give it to him so he can get back to that old music that he used to make, man. Because I miss that music. I ain't gonna lie. So I'll get in the comment section, man. Smash the like button. Check out the playlist, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.